Hello and welcome to the program. My name is Marie Yambo. Thank you for joining us. To interact with us, our social media handles at Marie Yambo, at KBC Channel 1 on Twitter, KBC Channel 1 TV on Facebook. And you can also get this broadcast on our YouTube channel, KBC Channel 1. Now, millions of children across Africa suffer from malnutrition. One way to tackle this is a special food, a type of sweet potato. Now, scientists say it has an extra vitamin which, if taken, can prevent life-threatening diseases. The vitamin is vitamin A, that is found in orange sweet potato. It may not be talked about much in the media, but vitamin A deficiency is a much bigger public health problem in sub-Saharan Africa and, of course, Kenya. Well, according to estimates, it affects as many as 43 million children across the continent. Children who have vitamin A deficiency are more likely to go blind, have stunted growth, contract diseases, and die earlier. Well, to enlighten us about the orange sweet potato and its potential to tackle vitamin A deficiency is none other than Dr. Mary Mushiri. She holds a PhD in Food and Nutritional Sciences from the University of Reading in the UK. She's also a senior lecturer, Food and Nutritional Sciences at the Karatina University. Welcome so much, Dr. Mushiri. It is not your first time. We were here the other day talking about gut health. So today we are here talking about vitamin A, but we'll be delving more on the how to tackle it, and that is the, I don't want to say it's a new sweet potato variety, but maybe it's something that people need to understand. But we'll be delving into the sweet potato, or the orange sweet potato, in just a few. But first and foremost, what is vitamin A deficiency, and what are the health impacts of it?
Okay, thank you. Like you said again, I was here. It's always a pleasure to come and interact with you and even the public, and enlighten them a lot on diet and the importance of diet. Vitamin A deficiency. Vitamin A is among the micronutrients that are of importance to human beings, and more importantly also because of what we call the hidden hunger. It's a malnutrition that affects a lot the children when they are growing. And the effect of not having enough of these micronutrients, which can be vitamins or minerals, their effect even can be seen later in their development, even on brain and many other areas. Stunted growth. You see some of the children with bow legs, like you have said, the eyesight, just because they had a vitamin deficiency. Now, vitamin A specifically is among what we call fat-soluble vitamins. We got water-soluble and fat-soluble vitamin. Vitamin A is among the five fat-soluble vitamins. And like you have alluded, is the fact that it is very important when it comes to the development of the eyes. And many other benefits that go with development of immunity with the vitamin A. And hence, deficiency of vitamin A, what we call VAD, has been declared by World Health Organization as one of the diseases of public health interest, especially in the sub-Saharan Africa and many other developing countries. So we are here to talk about something that is of public concern.
Yes.
And that needs to be approached from a broad perspective, which now we are doing in terms of diet.
Okay. Are there early signs of vitamin A deficiency?
That's why I said sometimes it's called hidden hunger. Because unlike when you have kwashiorkor, you quickly see a stomach pop up, or the hair going scanty. Vitamin A deficiency does not show itself very quickly. Of course, there are tests that we call them blood tests that can be done to see what's going on in this blood serum, etc., to see whether there is a deficiency. But the challenge that goes with vitamins is that manifestations of maybe somebody having poor development of eyesight, or you can start seeing within the lips looking dry, does not happen quickly like many other deficiency diseases. Yet once to correct that takes a long time. Not easily seen, not easily corrected, and the impacts that it has on our human development.
And definitely the lack of vitamin A, like you said, the signs are very slow to detect. But this particular deficiency of vitamin A is also found in areas, can I say arid areas, semi-arid, or areas that are more dealing with hunger and malnutrition and all that. So maybe you could talk to us about that.
Yeah, why vitamin A and the semi-arid areas is because of the source of vitamin A. The foods that are good sources of vitamin A don't easily grow in those kind of areas. And so you see vitamin A deficiency manifesting itself more in those kind of areas because the vegetables that are good in vitamin A, they will need some amount of rainfall, the types of soils. So you see the vitamin A deficiency begin to show in those areas in Kenya that have got an issue with the food and nutrition security. Yep.
Oh, okay. Well explained. Now, we go into the interventions, and the orange sweet potato is one of the interventions, especially in those areas, like you're talking the arid and semi-arid areas, where ordinarily they wouldn't be able to get vegetables to grow there because they need more rainfall. But sweet potatoes do grow in dry areas, so this is one of the interventions that can be used in those kind of areas to ensure that children and even adults, because it's just not only children who are at risk of the vitamin A deficiency, but adults are altogether. So talk to us about this particular orange sweet potato, and how does it differ from any other sweet potato that we know of? Yes.
Yeah, indeed. Even before you here, I decided to come, being the teacher in me, believes in bringing practical tools of learning. We are more used to the white sweet potato. Not that it is bad. This is also a very nutritious food.
So when you talk about white, the inside?
Actually, we call it orange-fleshed sweet potato. It is the inside. That's why I had to cut it, so that you can see the inside. And this is what traditionally we ate a lot of this. But with time, certain other types of the sweet potatoes have been developed. And the studies are being done here, and all the more because of that orange you're seeing, like in this one. It is a compound or ingredient we call beta-carotene. Beta-carotene is needed in the development of vitamin A. We call beta-carotene a pro-vitamin A. So the more the orange you have, the more there is a direct relationship. The more the beta-carotene that there is in that orange sweet potato. And the beauty about, like you have said, sweet potatoes can grow in a variety or a wide range of climatic conditions, marginalized land. They're not as sensitive like some of our staple foods, which grow maybe in certain Rift Valley or whatever. You will find a sweet potato once it is, you have the right varieties, but there are these varieties that are being developed because some of them are drought resistant, so they can grow in our northern Kenya. Others need more rainfall, and so they go maybe in our zones that are more rainy. And so all those varieties that's the beauty about a sweet potato, unlike many other crops. The ability to adapt over a wide range of climatic conditions, marginalized land, and the short growth period. A sweet potato between 4 to 5 months, it's ready to eat. So you don't have to wait for a long time.
We will be talking about the affordability also, because those are some of the issues that people dealing with the deficiency, the ability to afford certain types of food can also be out of reach. But I'm seeing you have, I don't know that to say there are 3 varieties of the orange sweet potato. Maybe you can actually explain to which one is which.
I only brought some of them. In Kenya, I think our research station. We've got the International Potato Center and our Kenya Agricultural Research and Livestock Institute. They are working hard on developing different types of orange fresh sweet potato. Like I've said, basically because of the difference in the soils and also climatic conditions. I've only brought only 4.
Okay.
And the 4 I've only brought here is because of what is current and their importance in making, either being eaten as a sweet potato or making products, processed products.
Okay.
We got what we call the tainang. You can see it's a dark orange.
Yeah, you can just hold it up so that, yes.
Yes. Tainang is very dark orange, very good in terms of beta carotene. It's the highest quantity of beta carotene. And so when we are going for color, we go for that.
For this one,
For
the
that
one
one.
has the more orange in it.
And also when we are looking for the beta carotene. But we have realized sometimes people say that the tainang, when they make it to make us, you know, the way we eat our sweet potato for breakfast, and people want their sweet potato to be powdery, they say that tainang is a bit, the texture, now we're talking about texture.
Yes.
They say it's a bit too moist.
Okay.
And so they continue to do, and then also in terms of dry matter content, people want something that is weighty
Yes.
and has a lot of content as it would be. This is a type that they're calling in Irene. I don't know, maybe
Why?
people in agriculture, they know why Irene. I actually don't know.
Yeah.
But this is becoming very popular because it's got the beta carotene, it's got high carbohydrate, which we would want maybe to fill their stomach, and as well as the weight, yield, and disease resistant. Particularly like this particular one I got from Ukambani, a place where people thought whatever.
Exactly.
But, and also, let me also correct it here, Marie, that people thought sweet potato is a poor man's food.
Yes.
Now, like you're saying, people have realized this stuff is good. Prices have started going up. So the people who are growing sweet potatoes are beginning also to benefit as an income generating activity, besides the fact that it is good nutritionally. Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember even growing up, you go back up country and this is what you take for breakfast.
Yes.
And when my grandmother would plant maize, would actually have a section that they would actually put sweet potatoes. So it's a staple food.
It's a staple food.
It's a staple food for us. And the question again is, because people are so conversant with the white one, and then there is the yellow. There's another which is yellow.
Yep.
And then now there's the orange.
And a purple.
Oh, there's also purple.
There is a purple.
Okay.
The variety that is coming up again, not so much in Kenya right now, but because of what goes with purple folds, purple sweet potato is coming up.
Okay.
But at the Kenya, like you started by saying, vitamin A deficiency is our big thing, more than antibodies, antioxidants. So we are more for the orange sweet potato because of dealing with vitamin A deficiency.
So then how would you advise people to take this particular orange sweet potatoes, especially where you're dealing with children who are in their development stages? How would they be able to prepare it?
Good question, because orange sweet potato is a type of a food that can be taken across all ages. It's not where you are coming. Let's give an example like beans. We say don't give young children beans because there are some anti-nutritional factors. That is not the case with the orange fresh sweet potato. If you look at the texture, it is soft enough when boiled very well. And then don't forget the sweetness. So children, when you put your sweet potato and you mix it maybe with other vegetables or whatever you are preparing for a child who is being weaned, it comes out very well because of the taste. And so children are liking it as a weaning food compared to the normal, what we call the Irish potato, that people are normally using for weaning children after 6 months. And so this comes out very well. Then I was surprised. Recent news that they were saying that Prince Charles eats orange sweet potato from Kenya. What are we saying?
Yes.
Everybody is embracing orange fresh sweet potato because they know the nutritional benefits. The ones from Kenya especially, they have a certain taste that is quite good.
Okay.
And now with the variety that, like this Irene, it even comes out powdery. Okay. What people want to see in a potato. Yeah.
So in front of us here are different, can I say, value addition in as far as sweet potato is concerned. Let's start with what is nearer to me here. So there is this drink. You told me this is orange sweet potato yogurt.
Yep.
I never thought you'd actually make a yogurt out of sweet potatoes.
Oh, orange sweet potato products started simple. Mandazi, you get the puree, what I have put there. Puree is made by just cooking the sweet potato and you blend it. And then you can add it to your flour for chapati. Chapatis come out very soft and with a nice orange color. And they build it up to getting powder. But when they do the powder, they realize the vitamin A content, too much heat pulls it down.
Okay.
Puree is then taken. There are a lot of now products that are being made, like what you said there. That is a orange sweet potato yogurt. Having even like a synergy of, by this probiotic, the synergy of probiotics, which we had talked last week,
Yes.
and the orange sweet potato, that is very good for the gut. And leave alone that, I remember I've given people to take this sweet potato without telling them, what we call a blindfolded tasting. They cannot pick what is this.
Oh,
Some say it's
so it
tangerine.
doesn't have an aftertaste.
Nope.
You cannot tell.
Some even think it's tangerine. They can't tell. And you tell me after you have tasted what
I
you think.
I think I'll taste this, but even as I try testing this, there's also, I'm seeing some chips. You know, most of us are used to the normal potato chips, which again is not as healthy, especially taking too much of it. But then again, it's white. So we are discouraged from taking, taking it. But here I can see you also have orange sweet potato chips.
Crackers,
Yes.
or crisps, whatever you may call. This has come up very well because, like you have said, we were so used to giving our children to take a snack that is only carbohydrate and they go to school. But I'm glad that there are people who are coming up with products like now what we have here. This is just a pack. I don't know whether it's wrong to mention the company, but anyway, Situnda is making simple, affordable crisps that children can carry to school, which is good with vitamin A, and at the same time it has got carbohydrate that will give them energy. And this orange sweet potato also is good for minerals, especially things like zinc, magnesium. So when a mama packs this, and you can also see it's not wet. So to pack onto the school bag, and it's light in weight, you are very sure and happy that your child has gone to school with a healthy snack. So crisps have come up. There are also other products that are coming up in terms of formulated baby foods that have started being developed with this same orange fresh sweet potato. But for me, I think I'm very happy to see what these people are doing in terms of giving a healthy snack, light in weight, sweet by taste, that a child can go to school and be happy.
And even for us grown-ups, you can actually,
yes.
instead of going to pick your mandazi,
This is what I carried for my snack.
and put a lot of carbohydrates,
exactly.
if I may say, in your system. Maybe this is a good alternative.
Oh, okay, and like you have also said when you said processing and preservation,
Yes.
this keeps for a longer time. You see now, this orange fresh sweet potato is a perishable food. But when you make it into a cracker, you remove moisture. Now this can even stay, I think about approximately maybe 6 months, and
It doesn't lose its nutritional value.
it does. Okay, even if it does,
Not as
not as when it is fresh, because this one will just rot. But this one would keep for a longer time, and the fact that it is sealed nicely, you know that it's the germs. Germs don't like things that don't have a lot of moisture content.
You know, I've tasted the sweet potato, orange sweet potato yogurt, and by the way, I cannot tell that there is sweet potato here. I cannot actually tell. So
you're not alone.
Yes, just like you said that you cannot really tell. And this is a healthy alternative, really, for children, especially the growing children, you know, with vitamin A in it. And like you said, there's probiotics. And like we spoke last episode, we talked about gut health, which is actually equally important for the children to take, and grown-ups as well. You know, before we wind up, I wouldn't want to miss to mention about a study that you did, you know, on sweet potatoes. Maybe you can just touch a little bit on what did you find out?
Yeah, you know, the sweet potato has been studied in terms of what we call nutritional composition. What we are talking about, the beta carotene. But my study was to look and see whether this sweet potato, because it's good for the gut, what is it that helps the sweet potato to facilitate the gut to improve? So in my study, I was looking at what we normally call it a simulated human gut in the lab. It just works like the way a human gut is, stomach, everything you digest, and then you absorb. What I found is, in terms of what we talked last week, our sweet potato has got what we call a prebiotic activity. What does that mean? It supports the growth and the maintenance of the good bacteria in the gut, as well as suppressing the bad bacteria in our gut. That's what we call the prebiotic activity. So our yogurt, I mean, not our yogurt, the yogurt, okay, what I was doing is a formulation. Maybe that's another side of me. I'm into food product development. The probiotic yogurt, having that benefit that goes with the orange sweet potato of the vitamin A, the starch that is found in this potato enables the probiotics to survive better. So when I compared a yogurt that is made without the orange sweet potato, and then you count the number of probiotics still existing after 21 days of cold storage, you find the one which has got the yogurt has more probiotics inside after 21 days of storage in the refrigerator, meaning it is supporting, and that is what would even happen in the gut. It supports the maintenance and the growth of the good bacteria, even when they are in your system. Yep.
Oh, okay. Very interesting. Now, we're just about coming to a close. You know, when we start to think like you have all the time, and then, you know, your 20 minutes or so are gone. What is it that you want us to take away in as far as this orange sweet potato is concerned? You've already said it's becoming expensive. So how accessible is it? Because I think in most places, if you go, you'll find this white and the yellow one. So what would be your take to Kenyans?
Becoming expensive is not a bad thing, because this is a small-scale farmers. Where when we look at food security, poverty eradication, we can't separate the two. In the sense that the potato is good, and encouraging many Kenyans to do it, and also the fact that it can grow in marginalized areas. Let everybody have a crop of a sweet potato somewhere in your shamba, and the fact that it takes a short time to grow. So it is a crop to go for us Kenyans, and also because it's being served even in those 5-star hotels. So let's embrace it. Let's go for orange sweet potato for health. And that way, we would have also been supporting our small-scale farmer across from northern Kenya down to coast, because this sweet potato grows in every region in this country. And there are varieties that have been developed that can grow in whichever region you're coming from.
Okay.
And many other products that are coming up. Take a snack for your baby that is, school-going child, and yourself in your handbag. And this can fit.
I have tried it. It's very nice, and it's spicy at the same time. So thank you so much, Dr. Mary Muchiri, for coming in and explaining to us the benefits of the orange sweet potato and how it improves our health. It's not just about supporting the farmers, but at the same time helping us improve our own overall health and the health of the population. So I want to thank you once again for coming in. We hope to have you back, because we still have a lot more to talk about as far as nutrition is concerned. So thank you so much also back at home for taking the time to listen, and hope that you've learned quite a lot in as far as the importance and the value of the orange sweet potato is concerned. We hope to see you again next time. My name is Marie Yambo.